All right, welcome to our first recorded session of Curse of Strahd under new management.
Let me...
Here we have, yeah, James, sure.
Sorry.
40 seconds in and we're already off to a great start. All right.
Yeah, that's how that goes. And action. I'm gonna...
The party had come to Yesterhill in hopes of tracking a druid that would lead them to Baba Lysaga, and there they found something so much more. A ritual taking place beneath the light of the harvest moon. The man in black, atop a blazing horse of brimstone and fire. He oversaw the processions taking place with this coven of druids, and left very quickly as soon as things got a little out of hand. However, the invitation still stands. He has invited you to the castle, and with a furious battle raging, lives nearly being lost, you claimed victory with the clutch move of Miss Zhana, the wood elf, who snapped her Guthilius tree branch and instantly ended the life of all blights in a 300-foot radius. Winter Splinter died and the druids quickly fell back, and so the party trekked forward, onwards to a large tree. Tonight, the air is cold, very cold. Sparse speckles of little snowflakes fall around you, dancing lightly in the air. Your only light, to your aid, is the yellow-tinted hue of the harvest moon shining down in little rays from behind dark clouds. The dim glow illuminates the sweat and blood of our hero's brow, and an exchange between a half-elven man and an eldritch creature calling itself the Mother Tree. Every blight, great and small, in a 50-foot radius is on high alert, watching and waiting for one false move. We begin play. The tree had told you, Chance, that what is given cannot be taken. And I'm going to allow you the floor once again to kind of restate your claims when you were talking to the tree.
So, as Chance is near this tree, he's also attached with a rope, so he can quickly pull back. I think it's Ezmerelda's grappling hook.
Yeah, it's on his belt, and she's ready to backfire to just send you flying.
so he's walking very carefully, and as he's been kind of approaching the tree, he's been trying to maybe play along, but also try to learn a little bit more about it, to the point where we've learned that this is a mother, and that we definitely killed its child, moments before. He sent some feelers out. He's been trying to remember exactly what was said, but I think it was something along the lines of, it was those druids. They were the ones who came over here and took it from you. It weren't us. And as he's been kind of talking, he finally went over and grabbed this unusual axe and removed it from the tree, which caused a number of these guys to become very alert. But he's been kind of now trying to back up.
As you take this axe, you back up, maybe you get 5 feet, and what is effectively a small army of blights start to close in around you. In removing the axe, the Mother Tree springs to life, and a great demon with a masculine voice starts talking to you.
I see. A gift, then. A gift for my freedom, my offer. What do you desire? Charge of the storms. What is it you desire? Wealth, knowledge, power.
Oh, right. And he looks at his axe. Right. That was what I did. I freed you.
Kind of open jaw,
I think he'll look back and be give a thumbs up, even that wasn't so bad, and he'll turn back around. One wish, yeah.
I can offer you. However, should you ask a little more, a price must be paid.
And the tree, its branches kind of curling over this great big tree, just brings down these large skeletal branches around you, like wings even. In front of you, a root slithers up like a sickly black tentacle, and in its grasp is a small potion. Another hand extends to you 3 more objects. The first is a lucky black clover, a knife of some kind, and the third looks like a Taroka card, but it gives you a unique potion. It is the blood bottle of the Guthilius tree.
He's like, kind of looking at it. Well, that's quite a collection of knickknacks you thought there. Well, I think as a matter of being polite, it's really to not oblige a gift. What's that knife do there?
The blood bottle is the gift, and the other objects it offers you come with a price.
This is the knife of life.
This is similar to your wooden knife made out of driftwood, except this is cut from the same cloth as the Guthilius tree and enchanted with the spell Vampiric Touch.
Oh, that sounds mighty handy. One last question, my wooden companion. What exactly sort of a price might one be paying?
It extends the knife of the life giver towards you, as well as the blood bottle.
All right, deal. And he, and he like looks back and holds it. He's like,
wait. That blood. I think that blood bottle looks pretty nice. I think that's gonna do it.
He kind of looks back. He's like, Nyla. He's like kind of mouthing, whispering. It's a tree. It's just a tree. I mean, what do I got to do? Like plant flowers or some such? I'm fine.
Probably not a smart call.
Guys,
Just saying.
It's making deals with you. You don't think this is anything disconcerting?
I've got an idea, Mr. Tree, sir. Well, in my sort of travels, I've come at odds on occasion. Not too often, but not often enough not to ask for this, perchance.
The ambient sound of face palming among your companions can be heard.
You've got a number of your bushy sort of friends here. It would be nice not to be at odds with them in the future, if you understand.
It gives you this look like, what exactly are you asking? But rather...
You know what? No. Don't worry about it. Look, yep, that knife seems handy. But, look, oh, sure, what the hell?
Well, wait. What if we wanted information?
Yeah, you said knowledge, right?
Nyla, you are a good, 40, 50 feet back, and you hear the... as this big tree just turns to you, hearing this small voice in the distance.
So yeah, she just kind of looks at the tree okay. I'm looking for someone, so I don't know how much you know, though, outside of this part.
This tree pulls back the blood bottle from Chance just a bit.
Let's go with knowledge.
The tree retracts the blood bottle. You see one of the twig and needle blights, they kind of look at the bottle like they want that. Oh my god, what is that? And it returns to beneath the roots.
What is it you ask?
Would you permit me a moment to consider my question?
As you wish.
And Chance will kind of dip his head and scoot back.
The moment you start moving back, Ezmerelda pulls the trigger, and you just go flying here. Going.
Sure.
She doesn't even bother catching you. She ducks.
He's adjusting his coat. Right,
And she retrieves the grappling hook.
friends, well, as it turns out, I've done it some sort of a favour, yeah? By pulling this here thing. He kind of wiggles the axe. It's willing to give me some sort of boon, I suppose. Or knowledge. But if I'm supposed to ask it a question, it better be precise. And I know you've got questions.
Does it know about what went down?
Don't, not exactly. I've played it sort of... Yeah. He's like...
She shoots you a look like you don't need to tell me twice.
Okay, so we're friends with the tree.
Yeah.
That is a word for it, yeah.
I've been
It'll
friends
answer
with
a
a lot of
question.
trees, but I don't know about this tree.
Whatever this tree was, it seems like it was some sort of warden of the land, a king amongst trees or forests of some sort. It sort of said it had made some sort of creature, its little thing back there, and it wanted it to take over, perhaps over itself. I don't know. But then there was that little ghost fella. So maybe this is sort of a what's the word? A regent. You understand?
Crystal.
Either way, he's offering us knowledge, but I figured it might be better that I'll see if I could field a question from you lot first.
Do you think it knows things?
It seems to command these little blights, and those blights have been just about everywhere we've been looking. So
Yeah.
it's got some sort of reach. But I think until I pulled that thing from it, it didn't really have much of the ability to. Oh my fucking god! Maybe we better hurry with this whole thing. What do you say?
Yeah, I think that's going
What's the
likely.
question? What's the question?
Okay. Well, okay. We could ask it something about Strahd. We could ask it something about Baba Lysaga. We could ask it something about
Well, hang on.
let's-
Ez holds up a hand. While I'd love to take the question and all, I don't think that's kosher. Listen, I talked to you guys last night, and it seemed there was a lot on your minds. This question could be invaluable to any one of you. Like, say you, Yogg. You want out.
Well, yeah, of course. Why would anyone want to be stuck here?
Well, that question could suit that. You, Nyla, this could be your chance to find Baba Lysaga.
yeah.
You mentioned you were trying to help a girl, Chance? Her name was Ireena, is that right?
Yeah.
No offense, Hildy, I don't know exactly what you're after, but I know Zhana here's trying to cleanse these lands. That one question could be the very thing to make or break it.
We could ask him how to break Strahd's connection with the land.
It's a good idea.
Is that what you want to spend it on?
I don't know.
The trails run cold for Baba Lysaga as well.
I have an idea of what I'm looking for, so I'm not ready to give up on that just yet.
Can we phrase all of what we want into one question?
Unfortunately, I think that might be a little complicated. Or it might be just too vague. It's not really helpful. Nyla, I want to find Baba Lysaga as much as you do, but something's wrong with this land. Something's wrong that Zhana can't seem to affect it as much as Strahd can.
But if Strahd was here, isn't that going to be really obvious that we're against him if we ask, how do we break Strahd's hold on the land?
Well, I mean, I got it out of a sticky situation. Maybe it'll get us out of one too.
I just have a bit of a little question. If we have like this supposedly ancient, powerful thing connected to the land in some fishy way, what the fuck is to stop him from doing it again if we can, like, break his connection in the first place at all?
Well,
I mean, okay, we're trying to get rid of him, right? So that would break it.
well, it would at least weaken him for a time, I think.
I suppose we wouldn't know till we have that answer.
Yeah.
The answer could be, well, you can't.
Yeah.
That would be a shame.
And it
So
could also
maybe-
be like, fucking kill him.
I've got a better idea. Better than risking it on a yes or no.
Hold still, Coleman. And Ezmerelda, clink, and as you kind of like start moving.
He's given a wide berth to most of the blights, like, good bushy. And he'll head all the way in,
You almost
kind of right in
feel
front of the tree.
like the bushes are smiling at you, knowing, and you return to the tree.
I know you're connected with the land itself. After all, you are a part of it, just as much as anything else. Warden, protector, regent, however you say it, however you feel. What I want to know is, what is the real nature of Strahd's connection to the land? Why does he evoke more power over it than the druids? He kind of upturns his hand. We are guests in this land. Interlopers, I suppose. Not of these hills, not like you.
you must understand, Master Elder. These are no simple times. There were 3 fates to this land that have long been changed. You see one here.
It gestures with its branch, kind of even gesturing your head to look beyond to the great wall of rocks that circle around what was once a 3-story effigy, now ruins and just junk in the middle of stones.
There is another far, far marshes by the river.
Once again, he turns your head, and you see several hills kind of around the forest. And then it turns your head once more, this time your shoulders actually, to gently turn you to the mountains, far in the distance, to the northwest.
And there were the mountains, yes. It is said they watched this land and the druids of old worshipped. But Strahd repelled legs in which they had never seen before. A true lord to unite this land. And they turned, they did. My children turned, but it was not for the worst. Good things come with changes. So it goes. That Strahd is the very land you walk along.
He seems kind of heavy in thought, but gives a small nod. I suppose we're square.
So we are. My children will find my child's killer, and they will enact revenge. I thank you, Master, for freeing me.
Like straight faced.
I would be an asshole and say roll, but I'm gonna let you just not say a word.
Well, I suppose if that's all, then.
The tree gestures once more to the black clover, the wooden knife, and the Taroka card.
Oh, right.
I do specialize in demons after all.
It gestures to the 3 items.
What's that card there?
Fate whispers in your ear, Chance. This is the missing card of a Taroka deck, and Fate plays a mysterious game. Should you take this card, acquire it, accept its burden, a dark force will manifest in the briny deep of Lake Zarovich. But it is also said that a treasure of untold tales will be rewarded to the victor.
Well, I think it'd be a sweet bit of irony to collect that card. After all, never really been one so keen as to believe it. But here I am, here we all are. I'll choose the card.
The tree gingerly hands you the card, spinning its roots and just kind of opening your hands and placing it in, almost like a mother would, and then closing your hands over it, and then retracting its roots, these little black, sinewy tentacles. And you see, flipping over the Taroka card, is a great creature beneath the sea, and I'm sure you can guess what the picture must look like. And it opens its branches, a small path back to your friends, bidding you be on your way.
I think he'll pocket the card in his chest pocket, and then he will turn back and join his friends.
Ezmerelda does not shoot you back this time. She simply unlatches the grappling hook.
All right, it's done. Best we get out of here. We can talk later, maybe.
You sure? You know what this means, right?
Yeah, well,
What does it mean?
Ezmerelda kind of takes a nice step back and regathers the group a few paces back. She gestures you all forward. Y'all have to make a choice.
No.
This entity,
Oh.
whatever it is, Chance, you set it free. If we leave, we do have an opportunity to move forward, but that thing's gonna grow. Now, I'd normally be gung-ho for this, but she kind of looks around. I'm not feeling the tides in our favor. It's your choice. We stay or we go.
even if it grows, we can come back to it. But right now, we're in shit condition.
Alright. Lead the way.
Kind of looking at Zhana.
Zhana looks really exhausted.
Oh yeah, you and I both have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Well, come on, let's get out of here before it pieces its own little puzzle together. Right?
Right. Let's go.
Oh, and y'all, maybe this is something special. And he'll toss the axe to you.
I guess Yog will take it.
It seemed like whatever that axe did stuck the tree into some sort of paralysis. I'm not sure. It weakened it severely. So I figure, Yog, if things go poorly, just come on back and maybe plant it right back in its hide.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a plan.
This axe has a nice little name carved into its handle. It's called Tree Vein. This axe's handle is carved with leaves and vines, and the weapon weighs half as much as a normal battle axe. So you all head back.
So when we're heading back, there are bodies still of the druids and stuff?
Yes, they are. These bodies of the druids, they're sort of necroting into these leaves, these gnarled roots, almost as if that's what they were made of in the first place.
Oh, weird. Because I wanted to kind of look through them and see if I found any clues of Baba Lysaga. Probably really futile. I think she knows that too, but she's still gonna do it.
All right, I'll take you all back to the overview. Are you heading back to the carts?
After I looked, then.
What exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for any clues of Baba Lysaga on these bodies. Anything at all.
It's kind of interesting. For a woman on a witch hunt, you find straw dolls, rags and tatters, leaves, roots. You find some kind of black, viscous mucus in a bottle. You find plants and things left over. You have no idea what you're looking for.
Like, showing Zhana everything. Do you think this would be something?
Zhana, it looks like it belonged to a witch. Zhana, it looks like it belonged to a witch. That looks like a witch owned it.
A lot of these look like little components, honestly.
Oh, okay.
And Ezmerelda's kind of trailing behind as you all leave. She's watching the tree. Eventually you all make your way down the hill, back to the 3 stones. Actually, roll me a perception check, everyone.
Ooh, god damn.
It's just an 18.
Oh no!
I got a 7, so...
So, in the bushes, in the corners of the trees, you see a couple faces. Druids, a berserker. You notice them snickering and casting spells, and upon seeing you, they start breaking for the trees. Zhana, Ez, and Yog, you run up just in time to kind of save the situation, but it's still pretty bad. They had cast entanglement on the wheels of your cart and upon your horses, and they booked it. Who's the main driver of the carriage among you?
I think it's Chance that does.
Chance and Nyla were the ones
Yeah.
who were mostly driving the cart.
Alright, sibling fight, pick one.
Go ahead, Nyla.
Sure, Odd.
It looks like your horse has a broken leg.
Mean!
Oh.
And one of the wheels on your cart is damaged. You can chase after them, or you can salvage the situation. Ezmerelda is, she sees it, but she's trotting up behind.
I mean, is anyone good at tracking? Because we could like go get him, you know?
I think you look back and you just see everybody exhausted.
Yeah. So is Nyla. She's like, I think she has a level of exhaustion too. Her hands are on her knees, like breathing heavily as she suggests this.
I mean, I might be able to find them, but are you sure you want to?
Which is a waste of time.
I can try to fix the horse's leg. I still have a few spells left.
And I want you to waste all your spells, so maybe we can do that, both of us.
Okay.
How do you propose to
see.
fix the horse's leg?
Well, we'd have to realign it and then cast a healing spell, potentially.
Roll me a handle animal.
Do you have maybe like enough spells to also cast Speak with Animals so it stays calm?
I can cast it as a ritual, but then I would lose concentration on my wolves that are currently here.
Your wolves are here. They are just not
Yes,
on the
of course.
board. Yes.
Those
wolves,
I
right?
totally didn't forget about the wolves.
Zhana's
They're right
totally
there.
riding a wolf right now. She's
They
so
are
tired
right,
and doesn't want to
they're
walk.
right in my face.
Well, I mean, if you want me to help, I could do the same thing.
That's true.
You can speak with animals?
Oh yeah, it's a thing.
What? Why didn't you tell me? That's cool.
Well,
That's what makes its cooking even more messed up.
Oh.
No, that's what makes it so good. I'll ask them to be delicious before I kill them.
Oh, I bet you do, York.
big man's full of surprises.
But I might want to remind you lot that as soon as that tree up there figures out that we're the ones that killed its child, it's going to be coming after us.
That's why
Well,
we need to fix the horse.
In the wheel.
Yeah, and that being said, I feel like I kind of forgot to tell you. It's, you know those like fucking cards. Holy shit, that's a fucking bumblebee. Give me a sec.
Can't you speak to it, Yog? Speak to the bumblebee, Yog!
I thought it was the dead of winter. Why are there bumblebees?
There's hope.
oh, yeah, that's right. By the way, it's snowing, everyone. It's starting to get very cold, and in a few moments you're going to need Constitution saving throws.
Right.
I kind of forgot to mention about those like card readings. Take from them what you will, but I think I might have gotten one that suggests there is would be something, well, what was it, a fortune of sorts here.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, it reads, the eyes of the man in black gaze upon the grave of his ancient fallen foe. His bones are buried with his crown. I mean, does that sound like Strahd standing here?
Maybe one of these sort of cams right here. Maybe that would have been one of his fallen foes.
It's worth a look. Do you remember which way he was facing?
We're talking about the effigy?
Listen, Yog, if you want to look, and she kind of pats Cadet, who is quite all right, but, like, she's leading him out of the brambles. I'll go with you.
Well, I mean, might be worth a look.
All right.
Don't want to miss anything that could be helpful. Assuming there is something there at all.
All right. And she kind of starts reeling up her grappling hooks by your lead.
Alright, well, I guess New York is just gonna go fucking look for anything that looks like there would be someone buried there, essentially.
Let's head to the top of the hill. We can see which way it was facing. Get a good read.
Alright.
She turns to the nearest person who happens to be Chance. Look after Cadet. And she goes,
Oh, right. Of course.
And I guess we could start trying to fix this. How do you fix a wheel?
that's a good question. Do you have proficiency in carpentry?
No.
Does anyone have the mending cantrip?
I might be able to help. Look, on board a ship, you've got to be pretty creative with solutions like these.
Constitution saving throw, Yog and Ezmerelda, please.
It looks
Nice.
Yog.
Yog, you go jogging like this is nothing. Good old night jog. By the way, it's 1 a.m. Ez is like, oh, god damn it. Like, she's falling behind. You get up here and she's like, all right, give me a sec. And we're gonna come down to the base of the hill before we start looking for the mysterious grave. All right, guys, what is your plan to fix a wheel and a broken horse leg?
And a horsey.
I might be able to mend some of the wheels, or like the spokes in the wheel, and take some time. It'll just take minutes every time I cast it. Chance is going to try to fix the wheel with a bit of magic. Sailor magic.
All right, sailor. First things first, you need to get the wheel free, and you need to find a way to prop up the cart. But before you do that, you need to clear the brambles, because this is now very difficult terrain, and you wouldn't be able to roll the cart out of it.
I'm gonna
Gotcha.
have my wolf start biting and tearing at the brambles.
Yeah, I'll do that too. I won't bite at it. I'll use my sword. And I don't use the one that summons to my hand, though. I just use the silver one I had been using earlier.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll use my regular dagger to try to saw at it too, but it'll take some time.
Hildy, where are you in all this?
I guess I'm going towards the horse with the broken leg with Zhana.
Zhana, Nyla, Chance are on Bramble, and, oh wow, those are some lovely birds. You all are taking care of the terrain. Chance, you're eventually getting to the wheel, and Hildy's getting to the horse. Hildy, what are you doing?
Wait, I'm alone? I thought Zhana was there too.
I'm there.
All right, how are you guys gonna do this?
I can help you. I don't feel confident about my own abilities right now. We should try to keep the horse calm and then realign the leg, then heal it with healing magic.
I can take care of the leg.
In terms of realigning or healing?
If maybe if we get it on its, it hurts. Maybe if we get it on side, we can do both at the same.
Okay, so first let's calmly get it to lay down.
All right, Somebody give the other advantage who is rolling handle animal.
So I have disadvantage. I'll
Oh
give
my-
you the help action, which gives you advantage.
Animal handling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I only have a +4 to my animal handling.
Remember, hold it like a hamburger.
Hold the horse like a. Okay, that's
Go for it.
here.
19.
Okay.
You get the horse on its side, you hear it, like... like, it kind of, like, squeals in pain as it, like, touches its hoof to the ground, but eventually you get it on its side, you undo it from the cart, you bring it down.
Now we should do a medicine check to realign the leg, and then after that we should try to keep it calm.
Yeah, like as I have my hands on the leg to realign it, I'd cast the spell like immediately.
Zhana, roll me a handle animal.
Oh no.
I broke it even more.
Zhana, you start moving the leg and the horse starts rearing up and you get kicked. 6 points of damage as you just get pounded in the stomach, the wind getting knocked out of you by an iron hoof.
Ow.
But you're exhausted.
I'm gonna.
It's so hard to keep focus.
Maybe I can do this. Actually, can you do the spell? I'm gonna try to keep it calm. How's that?
I'll do the spell then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna change place with Zhana.
All right, Hildy, same
Yeah,
roll.
please don't kick me.
Oh
Hey.
my god! Nice roll. Yeah, you don't know much about animals, but you feel a hand from beyond the veil kind of guide you, and you feel this is right. You feel it in place, and the horse, its calm temperament guides you. And Zhana, you place a cure wounds on this thing. You feel the horse kind of, the tensions fall and its head rests in place. It looks like it can't run on this leg and it still needs a brace, but it's going to be okay, and its life is not forfeit. Fun fact, when a horse breaks its leg, the most merciful thing you can do for it is kill it back in the old days.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
know.
We know.
Well,
I know.
for all those kids at home who don't know,
Learned something
you
today.
learned something today. All
It
right,
just tells you magic fixes everything.
it's a party full of smarty pants. Anyways, Yogg, Ez, you get to the top. Yogg, Ez, give me a number between 1 and 100. I'm picking 44.
Oh, we'll go with 27.
Damn it. That's 4d10.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Ez is falling a little behind. The sky is looking a little dark up ahead. And lightning cracks and it hits Ez, and she falls down to a knee, and she's, shit, I forgot about that, and she collapses on the ground.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking Christ. Okay, that's a distance. So, if she's knocked out, Yoga's just gonna carefully walk over and go like, you alright?
Like, poke her.
And just like carefully nudge her like,
Oh my god.
Yoga's just going to just hoist her up over his shoulder, getting no response, and going to just full tilt sprint down back the hill.
All right,
Save someone.
Yogg Constitution saving throw. Yeah, you're full sprinting, you're sliding, you're going, you're getting to the stone henges.
Oh.
Natural 20.
Hey!
All right, you get back. Chance is currently halfway through mending the wheel, and Nyla's just, this girl's just hacking away at ground.
Yep.
You're rushing down, just going to be like, we had a bit of an accident up there.
What?
Hildy or Zhana, could you come take a look for me? He's just gonna like hold out Ezmerelda, like, shit.
The recent scar of lightning seems to be singed from the back of her red coat. God damn it. I'm okay. And she like gets up.
Nyla will like look up from the hacking at the roots, like, whoa, what happened? What? Are you okay?
Guess I'm just that lucky. Sorry, Yogg.
It's alright, it's not like you can, well, control getting hit by fucking lightning. Or at least most people can't. I don't know about the rest of you, but I can.
Maybe you'll have better luck. I'm so tired.
Yeah, you just sit there.
Now, maybe you just got struck by lightning, Ez. Maybe just get some water and...
She is so tired. All of you, I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
This is for the cold, by chance?
Yeah, it's snowing, guys.
I think, so Zhana should still have the blanket. You got like a pretty, like a big, thick, warm blanket. That was only one of them. Does that affect it at all by chance? For at least one person?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So that means I have advantage, or
It
I
means
don't
your
have to roll?
DC is lower.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Well, here's the bad thing. The DC is currently 14. Yogg! You've lived, you could
He's been
go
shirtless this
for
whole damn time.
miles in the subarctics, but let's not forget. You are not only kind of still hazy from the battle of Yesterhill, Strahd tampering with your mind the knowledge that, you know, once again, perhaps it was by your hand that might have led to something disastrous. You've been jogging up and down a hill all night. It is currently 1:30 in the morning, and nobody is sleeping. You're fine, though. Zhana, your DC was lowered to 12, and even then, you still cannot find warmth with your small elf body. Everybody, Ez is like, she's toughing it out, but it is even getting to her, too. Everybody, you're cold, and you suspect if this continues, you might catch a cold or hypothermia.
We might have to start help you.
That's it, Kiryog, and she starts like, she literally grabs snow, ground, and like a piece of her hair, and she spits blood at it, and it just lights. Behold, Vistani
Over
magic.
some of broken, like some of the broken like twigs from the entanglement spell, and like throw it on the fire.
You guys just build this pyre, and it's helping, but even then it's still hard. Yogg, roll me another Constitution saving throw. I assume you're going back?
Yeah, he's just gonna go continue the search on his own. That's 24, I suppose.
Very nice. You get back up here. Another D100.
We'll go with 27 again.
Lightning strikes, but nowhere near. And you get to the broken stand. There's blood, there's carcasses rotting, the smell is foul, although the cold helps. And there is, unfortunately, a wind chill up here. But you can start rolling an investigation to see exactly which grave it would be pointing towards.
Investigation, okay. Not like perception.
If you would like. This is still a 10-foot wall.
Would very much prefer perception, so we'll just go with that.
Oh well, if it's a perception, you're gonna have to climb up this wall and start looking.
Sorry, I'll climb the fucking wall.
Alright. Mr. I wanna roll perception. Nye, 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 nye.
Mr. -2 in intelligence wants to roll perception. Alright, so straight west, essentially.
There's only one grave that is straight west.
Alright, I guess we'll tumble down the hill and see if there's anything interesting there.
That is 400 feet away from you currently. So, twice through all that, 3 times actually, I need you to make me Constitution saving throws as you are running towards it.
Sure.
Succeed. Fail.
Shit.
Succeed. Yogg, you're starting to get cold. The jog is helping. You push through, you're there. But you start to feel your hands get numb, your toes get numb. You're not wearing a lot, to be fair.
Alright, I guess I'll just have to hurry his ass up then. What exactly does he see at the grave?
Snow covers the slick black stones piled high in this cairn. You suspect you might need to unbury what is here.
Right, as in with a,
Strength check.
as in just like move a bunch of rocks around, or like get a shovel and dig.
You can get a shovel if you have it. That'll give you advantage, certainly. Or you can just use your strength and move the rocks.
I think we're gonna go with the rocks because he doesn't have a shovel.
There you go.
But that's completely fine, because would this be considered lifting something?
Yes.
Good, because he has advantage on lifting it.
All Yogg? Roll me that lift.
I will do. I'm just checking that I'm not wrong about this. Push, pull, lift, or break objects. Fair enough. So that is a 11. Shit.
It's probably the cold. And it takes you something up of an hour. So amidst this, the consequence is another Constitution check.
Oh fuck, ignore the advantage, that's a 13.
Oh, yeah, Yogg, the chill is starting to crackle around you and your limbs are freezing up, but you eventually find it. I'll let you analyze it when you get back to camp and you can see with the firelight. I don't know if you have low light vision or dark vision for that matter.
He does.
Oh, there's a handout. Here you go, Yogg. This is exactly what it looks like.
Nice.
And its history is inscribed on the runes on this hilt. So you can kind of see what happened.
Right, currently freezing his ass off. He's not going to take too much time to appreciate it. He's just going to grab it and be like, I hope this is what I'm fucking looking for, and just try and head on back.
And so you do. Oh, it has... I suppose it is... Yeah, it's made with a similar wood that you saw. Zhana's Guthilius tree branch was made out of. How interesting. Alright, so... You start heading back, and this is going to need another 4 Constitution saving throws. And you're probably going to get back around 2:15 in the morning.
I'd say, interesting fail. And that's a success, I suppose. That just looks like a fail. And yeah.
That's a success. Yogg, here's what happens. You start sneezing, and you start getting a cough as the cold starts spilling into your lungs, and you start to get a fever amid this really hazy place. Meanwhile, back at camp, Chance is currently fixing the wheel. He won't be done until 2:45. Nyla, if you help him, this might get done sooner, but you're going to have to make a few checks.
Yeah, I'll help, and yeah, just tell me what to roll.
All right, I need you to roll me a dexterity check, 2, in fact, to help with this. Actually, no, 1 dexterity and 1 strength, because you got to kind of help with the cart.
Okay, and I'm at disadvantage because of exhaustion.
That is correct.
Okay. Dex first, and strength.
Nyla, it's impossible for you to hold up this cart. You're going to need some help, but Chance, your wheel is completely mended.
All right.
I can go over and help.
Yeah, this is heavy.
We've got the cart. The wheel's fixed, but we still need to get it out of whatever ditch it's been sunk into.
I'll give it a try.
Okay, so do we both roll then, or do you want just 1 with advantage?
1 with advantage, please.
Okay. You can get my advantage, Hildy, if you want.
All right. Just give it on the count of 3 now.
Is it a strength check?
That's right, with advantage.
Oh,
16.
Boy.
You both barely make it, Chance. You even have to put your hand under it, and you get that wheel on. And now it's sitting on a wheel.
Whew. All right. That'll do for now. I reckon she's operational.
Is the horse okay?
The horse is currently asleep and by the fire. Ez's horse is also asleep by the fire, with Ez leaning up against the horse. They just
Zhana's probably
passed
leaning
out.
up against the other.
All right, you're here. Yogg is still
I'm gonna
gone.
go here and wait for. I'm gonna be here and just wait to see if he comes back. Like, can I do a perception check to see if he's on his way?
Absolutely. It seems that Zhana and Ez have been completely passed out. So if anybody wants to take watch, it's up to the rest of you. You look around, you don't make out the figure until he passes this stone. It is 2:15 in the morning.
So I guess I'll look over and be like, "Oh, Yogg, what did you find? Whatever."
Well, I sure fucking hope so. It was cold as hell, and he holds up the spear.
Hey.
I mean, it looks nice.
Oh.
Snow is still falling, and you start to hear creatures in the forest chitter and chatter. Those of you who have been in camp, Hildy, Chance, Nyla, please roll me perception checks. All right, so 23, 5, and 15, because Nyla has a disadvantage. Hildegard, you're waiting for Yogg, and amidst your waiting for Yogg, you have your eyes and ears open around this place. Something doesn't sit right with you. Nothing has sat right with you since this whole thing began. People have gotten away, and that tree is still at large. And already you can feel the eyes of the forest upon you. Things are watching you, and worst of all, Hildy, you have this terrible sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach that they're waiting for you to fall asleep. Chance, you need that fire. Who the fuck cares what's around right now? It's freezing goddamn cold. This snow could very well bury you if you're not careful. Nyla, you see this. You feel this. But perhaps you only see a fraction of exactly what is around you. The night is yours. It is 2:15 in the morning, technically 2:45, so breaching on 3 a.m. What's going on?
I guess you guys can sleep. I mean, we can do watches. Like, I'm gonna tell them about what I'm feeling, and just say like, I should probably take first watch. I'll wake up whoever. I actually look at Zhana and I'm like, don't you need like only like 4 hours to sleep?
Usually.
Zana's passed out.
Oh.
Zhana's? Oh, Zhana. Oh, fuck.
I'm passed out.
I don't know how much longer we should even be here. We've got the cart working, and the horse can at least walk, right? Or do you reckon it's not going to be able to?
No, she's just gonna look at the horse and essentially say, I think it can walk. I don't think it can run. I don't want to push him too hard for, like, to carry the cart right now. He's exhausted, he's hurt, and more than half of us are frozen or exhausted or hurt also. We should just stay here. I can do first watch, doesn't...
Well, don't you feel like, I mean, it seems like the woods are like watching us basically. Am I the only one that's like paranoid about this?
No, I think we should get the hell out of here too. It's not going to be long before that tree knows. And he says that like kind of a voice, a little lower.
I mean, what if we only went a couple of hours or something?
If we were at least on the move, just say. We're not around a fire, but the rest of us could huddle and try to get as much sleep as they can back in the back of the car.
Yeah.
One person on watch, one person drive.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion. But if we're going to rest here, at least try to take some shelter out of the car. Maybe make it a little... Put the fire close. We can... Has anyone got like a tarp or some bedrolls? We'll fix something up. We can share the blanket, try to huddle around the horses as fast as we can.
I have blankets.
Then pull them out.
Well, I've been kind of busy helping you fix the cart, Chance.
I mean, we could light a small fire in my cauldron.
Like, you mean in the cart?
Oh,
well,
like one of those...
with a fire in it ain't gonna do as much good.
I've seen a few of those. Yeah, rich folk have those. They put them on their decks and such. They sit around. It could work. We might be able to take a portable fire in the car. It'll get hot, but I don't think it'll boil or burn past the wood of the car. Might be enough for just a little bit of heat. If we put a blanket around it or some such, or...
Maybe we just put it on some firewood or something to make sure it's not directly on the cart and let it, stands properly.
Constitution saving throw, everyone.
If we're around a fire right now, though, does that not matter?
Have you ever been around a fire while it's snowing?
Yes, I have.
Wearing what you are wearing?
I did bring out lots of extra blankets, too, so I'm not sure.
Let's see what the rolls say. The rolls say no. You are, after all, very small things. Yogg, you succeed, but you are on the cusp of a point of exhaustion. Thank God there is fire. Nyla, Chance, Hildy, your limbs are starting to freeze, and you're starting to feel feverish. The fire is helping.
The fire's not enough. We're not going to survive this night. The cold will kill us before the woods does.
If anything, we need some proper shelter from any wind and snow.
Aye. If we double back, we might be able to make it to the winery. It'll take some time, but it's better than dying out here in the goddamn cold.
Let's just go.
Yeah, how long did it take us to get? It was like 8 hours.
It took us a really long time. Yeah.
It took you a fraction of the time, an 8-hour journey on foot, cutting across the woods. It took you... yeah, that's a 4-hour journey. No, 3 hours. 3-hour journey on cart, but that was at a running pace. It would probably be 4.5, probably more walking. Speed, velocity, do the physics. Anyways, probably more than 4 hours.
I mean, maybe it would be better to go then. And if all of us are in the cart with the fire, it might be okay.
Right. But I've seen some carts that are able to put. Maybe it's something we ought to think into later, but for some, you could put some canvas over it. You understand? It'll help keep some of the heat in and some of the weather out. Either way, Nyla, I'll get the cart moving. Hildy, if you want to keep watch. Nyla, maybe Yog, you two try to fix the cart up to make it at least a little more habitable.
Okay.
Try to bring
Alright.
some blankets across so they've got somewhere safe from the wind and somewhere where the heat from the fire will be able to keep them a little warmer.
Cool. So I'll start trying to figure that out with Yog.
You start getting the cart moving. Start getting that fire going. Roll me a survival, whoever's starting that fire.
Probably Yog, I'm guessing.
Yog,
Sure.
I'm trying to like situate the cart so that it's gonna work a little better.
Yeah, do you have like a tinderbox or anything, Yog?
Yeah, he does.
Cool.
You don't need to roll.
So,
then.
actually, well, okay, fair enough. That's good,
if
because
you-
that was a shit roll.
Lucky you. If you have a tinderbox or some kind of tinder and flint, the only component for tinder and flint is some kind of brush. Tinderbox, you're fine.
Yeah, I think it's either part of the explorer's pack or the cook's utensils. I don't remember, to be
It's
honest.
definitely an explorer's pack, yeah.
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 You get a fire started in your kindling. It's hard to find dry brush and things. You wind up just kind of putting in pieces of dried junk that your pockets have collected lint for, and it helps start the fire. And you do have a fire in your cauldron, and everybody starts piling into the cart. Ez and Zhana need to be lifted and placed into the cart. Hildy, Nyla, Yog, there isn't enough room for everybody, and it's already a tight squeeze as it is. One of you has to sit up front. The horse is hooked, it's fine. Cadet can be pulled alongside.
I'm up front because I'm watching guard.
All right.
Keeping. Wow, I can't speak. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It is 3:30 in the morning right now. The fatigue is starting to come to you all, those of you who are awake. And you start heading off. Every hour, I need those of you not by the fire to make a Constitution saving roll, and those of you by the fire, make one with advantage.
Okay. So who is all in the cart and who isn't?
The only people not in the cart are, so the people driving the cart are Chance and Hildy. And the rest of you guys, he's like, huddle up close. No sense in being skittish about it. Need each other for warmth.
So now you see what I see. Look at that, a map. There. Oh, by the way, you're gonna hate me. I actually did find a place where there is a map of Barovia. But since you all magically have maps, Hildy, Zhana have rolled Constitution. Everyone else, it's not going well. Coleman, your lungs are starting to freeze up and your limbs are, you start feeling feverish, and on top of that, you are getting a point of exhaustion for the cold alone. I think Zana's the only one that made it for the... No. Oh, Nyla. DC was 10. Nyla, you get a point of exhaustion.
Okay,
That's
2
2
points
points.
now.
Hildy, you get a point of exhaustion.
Are we like able to sleep, or is it too cold to even sleep?
That is entirely up to you.
Okay.
If you try to find sleep. I know for a fact that when I'm super fucking cold, it's impossible to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, second round of Constitution saving throws. One more time, everyone. And then last one, I'm going to have Chance and Hildy alone make 2 more.
16.
Hey! Yay!
Coleman, there is some meaning of death keeping you alive. Hildy, you are somehow pulling through. But Chance, there's a man kind of riding alongside you on Cadet, and he kind of, casually gives you a nod as you go by. I suppose this is the second time you've seen him now. It's briefly, and you're welcome to start mumbling things if you like. I need another last 2 rolls from the both of you.
Just a quick thing. Jorg is going to take some of, well, I suppose he has like a water skin on him somewhere, and he's going to just like boil up some water and look at it a little bit like solemnly and say, well, I mean, you're going to shake, but fair, okay. And he's going to like lean over to the two up front and say, like, I mean, it's not much. It's probably gonna taste like shit, but maybe it'll help keep you warm and give them some like fucking boiling hot water.
Advantage.
Like a hot toddy? Yeah.
Advantage on your rolls, both of you.
Thank you, York.
Hildy.
Very nice. You're gonna be okay.
What? What did I say?
Coleman, you're
No,
gonna be
I like
okay.
that it's a 19 and a 19.
One more time. You're breaching 7 in the morning.
I wanted to do something as well in the cart at some point
Oh, so you're not
during
sleeping?
this trip.
All right. What would you like
Well,
to do?
yeah, I don't think I could sleep if it's that cold. At some point during the thing, because Zhana and Ez are asleep, right? It's basically just Yogg that's awake.
Yeah, Yogg, Hildy, Coleman.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would just kind of try not to make a big deal out of it. And I don't think Hildy and Chance could see me necessarily because of the cart, but I wanted to summon my blade and kind of try and figure out what is up with this thing.
It comes to you like a small 3-inch pocket knife. It allows
Yes.
for discretion, after all.
Awesome.
Your mind is sort of shaping it here. And this was it reminds you, it's got a woven hilt. It reminds you of something he used to have. And it's weird. After being in this land for so long, it's kind of hard to remember what he was like, but a memory comes to you. Nyla, would you have the floor? Tell us a fond memory you have.
We had like gone out into exploring like the woods together, like on her days off. She'd like to go do that with him, and they had found this like really cool lake meadow thing, and we're kind of running around in it, just acting kind of kid-like. And then he kind of produced this carved, really cool like ring, and he basically just was like, you know, I want to marry you, and he like gives it to her, and like that was basically how they got engaged. And he had like carved it, probably from the knife, kind of similar to what he had, that dagger, like he'd use it to
You remember?
carve her a bunch of little things.
Yeah, that's right. This was his carving knife. And he carved it from the tree you both carved your initials in that first time that you made that promise to each other. It's hard to remember what that promise was exactly, but it fills you with joy, and then it fills you with sadness. Why would... Maybe it's your mind that forms these tools. Maybe it's some will, some... You don't even want to admit that it might even be an obsession, but a desire for something that isn't there. And you stew on these thoughts. 8 a.m. rolls around. The Mardikovs have already started their gathering. They're planting, they're farming, and this cart rolls up to the Wizards of Wine. Coleman, Hildy, you both gain another point of exhaustion for forgoing 8 hours of sleep. Nyla, you have another point of exhaustion. Yogg, did you
Okay.
sleep at all during this journey?
No,
You have a point of
he
exhaustion.
didn't.
All right, who goes to the Mardikovs?
I think
Nyla
we'll pull.
kind of stumbles out of the cart.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we pulled the cart pretty up close. Just hopping out.
You see one of the mothers. She's with her son right now, and they're tending to the field. The son is getting water. The mother is she's pulling she's pruning away pieces of the vineyard, and you kind of catch her.
Sure.
Is everyone all right? Did we make it?
Yeah, fine.
I mean, we ain't in the best of conditions, but we seem alright.
We're not killed by force blights, neither.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And here's your cart over here. These two are in the back. And where did Hildy go? There you are.
She's over here on the side, yeah.
And the boy is over here, and she comes up to you from the vineyards. What is it? What is this matter?
And I guess I'll just, yeah, I had come out of the cart, so I guess, I don't know if you want me to come over here. I'll just say, I think we got rid of something big. Same type of thing that was attacking your winery earlier. But we were stuck out in the cold most of the night.
Child. and she kind of like puts like the back of her hands to your cheek. You are frozen solid. Come in, child. All of you.
Oh, okay.
Please.
I'm not gonna fight that.
Yeah.
And she kind of like knocks at the door, and he starts coming up, and he sees you all walking cold corpses, if there ever could be such a thing. What is it? What happened?
There's a bunch of druids. Evil ones. She's like really tired. Like it's just pointing this. And they were summoning a giant tree thing. It was huge. And it was starting to come to life. And then Zhana, and I point to her as she's probably still like getting out of the cart. Oh, you know, the nice one. She like snapped a stick and it exploded the tree. I don't know these things. Zhana, can you explain it?
Ez and Zhana slowly rise from the cart. You both have had more or less 8 hours of sleep, but you're still very tired. Shelter. We need shelter.
I'm trying to tell him what happened.
No, please. Park. On yonder. We'll take care of the rest. Come. And he ushers you all inside, and using a little theater of the mind, you have safe haven in the Martikovs for a day. For those of you who haven't slept, you are given a safe haven in this room here. There isn't much they can do. They provide you, they put you by the fireplace, they roll out bedrolls. You have helped them a great deal, and this is the least they can do to repay the favor. Do you sleep? Do you wake? Actually, this is probably a good time to take a break.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.